So like when I was doing this network marketing with my brothers, it wasn't ever about network marketing. It was about networking me. They worked me. That's all they did. They worked me to the bone, basically, to steal up every last thing that they could away from me, including my own reasoning, because I was coming up from being arsenic abused a bunch of times throughout my life, growing up, and then in my teenage years, and even these people that I grew up with. Let it grow. Anyway, it looks like a cool place. Anyway, so they came after me. They came after me to fully control my relationships. Left in a design where I wasn't supposed to be able to reason through any of it. But it's like your mind is being caught up into a graveyard. So that's why I speak out in this way. Because what else have I got? I don't got a choice. They've like literally snaked out every last avenue of my own agility, sense of sound mind, and control. And then they, with the arsenic abuse and abusing me in emotional ways at the same time, just kind of, anytime that there's a problem that was definitely covertly made in my life, they would just kind of leave it for as long as they could, hoping that you would just be a created problem that would just go sort itself out, right? And so I've read into the signs coming up from where I was at, and then in my relationship with Jesse in particular, he left breadcrumbs all over the place because there was many points and avenues where they thought I would just be in such a bad state of mind after like them blackballing me and blacklisting me and trying to F me up in my relationships in that kind of way, where it's like you're trying to get away with an affair over my life, coming up into my life to straight up like take over or make it look like you're taking over. But I think that these things were already set and staged, They were set and staged because I was being set up not only by the police and the system and systematic abuses, but I was being set up like where they would utilize my relationships in my love life to come and make it look like it's just an affair type of thing, or not wanting to be found out about, but feeling it, knowing it, seeing how people move, all that kind of thing, not really being able to reason through it because of the arsenic poisoning. If it wasn't for the arsenic poisoning, there's no way I would be out here. No way. No way in hell would I be out here. And so I decided to speak out about it because, well, they weren't letting me do my drums. They didn't want me rollerblading, so that's where the arsenic abuse got really bad when I joined the real world and I was going to be working up my missionary stuff and working up to do training. And I really wanted to rollerblade. Like, I love rollerblading, like just hoofing it, getting the heart going. I wanted to quit smoking. I wanted to, really work on me. Work on challenging myself to the bone to up those levels, climb up that ladder, But they were straight up setting up that they're like, okay, well now we know the ladder that he's trying to climb up. Let's game up that ladder, Let's break the rungs, and especially on that top bar, or the top bars are like halfway up, let's game them up so like that, so it breaks, it breaks those bars and you just come tumbling and crashing down in a way that's going to hurt you. And it's the same thing as like the stairs. I feel I don't know if it was set up, but it was, if it was set up in a timeliest of fashions, because You don't have your memory about these things when you've delivered to a place before and you recognize some things are not right. And then you get there again and it's like legitimately just not right. Like, what I mean by that is they're like legitimately setting you up to fall, slip, break yourself. They're like, break yourself, fool. We don't care about you because we can't. Oh no, we can't ever allow you to speak out or try to speak out. Because if they just allowed you to speak out without all that kind of stuff happening, then it's like, maybe you get out of it. Maybe they have to face their own maker in this world, with reaching and finding a lawyer and finding the right pathway to take to actually get discovery of these crimes, because that's what they are. They're crimes. They're full-length, full-scale crimes against you. And so either way, like, what they do is they stage you up to hurt you emotionally, hurt you physically, hurt you in your brain, your mental abilities with the arsenic. And arsenic, it's like you're being stabbed on every single level, all of your cells. And then it's like the same people that are purporting it and doing these things in the first place are like, oh no, we gotta protect Jesse. Matthew's so crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Please don't listen to him. That type of thing. But that's what's going on now. Anyway, they stage you up because they need to stage you up, because if they're ever found out about by their own aren't going to be looking at them the same way as they could before. You feel me? So, and it's the same thing that they're trying to stage you up for in all of your relationships. They're like, let's lead them into a place where hopefully we can create a problem that's going to go take care of itself, so that we don't have to face what we have done to him to knock him off all of them rungs, and anything good that he loves and finds joy in and wants to seek out for betterment, and doesn't matter what it is. Let's just all shelves of Matt's life, let's just wipe them and scrub them clean. Let's just stroll them around, and it's just so fucking abusive, you guys. It's so fucking abusive coming from not only your dad, not only your brothers, but controlling your life by proxy through your friendships. And if friendships can't be gamed, then those people get gamed. They get set up to die. Just like in the recent with Natalie, I believe something had happened to her, man. Something had happened to her. She was murdered. And that's what the police don't even want to hear. I mean, she could be like thrown down the fucking stairs and she called the police. Oh, I'm sorry. Unless you have proof of it. You're bleeding. I don't know, whatever. It's just such a bullshit ass system, It really makes you want to fucking fight. It really does. It makes you want to fight these people. But as soon as you do, as a target, that's when they come up and move on you. They corral you. They want to push you here, push you there, push you everywhere, because they're like in a group of people, and the whole group of people have to get away with what the group of people are doing. It's such a grimy ass crime, yo. Anyway, I gotta figure out something to eat and figure out how I'm gonna be able to even do it. Good grief. I would be doing so much better if it wasn't for me trusting these people in my life. So it's really hard because it makes you look unstable when you're not actually unstable. You're actually very stable-minded to think, well, these people just set me up to die. Arsenic poisoned me. It took me forever and ever and ever to figure this stuff out through patterns of the abuse. And anyone that loves you true, they're going to show up differently. You're going to feel it different. You're not going to feel like, I don't know, like there's nothing you can do. Anyway, peace.